The year is 1995. Sarah, a young writer, sits at her desk, heart pounding as she opens a thick envelope. Inside is her manuscript, returned from the publisher, but every page is covered in red ink. Corrections, questions, and suggestions crowd the margins. Sarah feels overwhelmed, but as she breathes in the scent of paper and ink, determination flickers in her eyes. She doesn't know it yet, but the world of editing is about to change forever. Before AI, editing was a deeply human craft, marked by red pens, handwritten notes, and thoughtful debate. Editors and writers exchanged letters, argued over metaphors, and shaped stories together, one page at a time. But then, the world began to change. Screens lit up, new tools appeared, quietly at first. The arrival of AI tools would soon transform everything about editing. The first whispers of change came not as a roar but as a quiet suggestion, subtly weaving itself into the fabric of our digital lives. It began with the simplest of tools, appearing in the corners of our word processors. Simple spell checkers, then basic grammar tools. They were clumsy at first, often more of a nuisance than a help. They would flag correctly spelled names as errors, stubbornly underlining them in red, and offer awkward grammatical suggestions that completely missed the intended meaning. These early tools were more of a minor convenience than a revolution, a digital safety net for catching obvious typos. They could catch obvious mistakes, yes, but they had no real understanding of language. They couldn't grasp context, differentiate between a formal report and a casual email, or appreciate the nuances of an author's unique style. They were like a novice assistant who could point out a typo, but couldn't tell you if your opening paragraph was compelling. That required a human touch, a sense of story and rhythm. And so, human editors largely dismissed them as toys, useful for a quick proofread but certainly no threat to the nuanced craft of editing. The creative and critical thinking involved felt uniquely human, and therefore safe. But while the world of writing saw only a simple tool, behind the scenes, something profound was happening. The fields of machine learning and natural language processing were advancing at an incredible, almost exponential pace. In quiet labs and humming server farms, scientists were training complex algorithms on truly vast oceans of data. They fed these emerging minds entire libraries of books, millions of articles, and the sprawling, chaotic text of the entire internet. These systems weren't just memorizing grammar rules from a textbook. They were learning to recognize patterns, to understand relationships between words, and to predict what should come next. They were learning the very rhythm of human language. In the world of writing, tools like Grammarly and Pro-Writing Aid have become, well, pretty much ubiquitous. Seamlessly integrated into our browsers and word processors, they're always there, working quietly in the background. But they are far more than the simple spell checkers of the past. They've evolved from simple proofreaders into genuine creative partners. These AI-powered platforms act as a comprehensive writing coach, helping you refine your message. They analyze your text for grammar, spelling, and punctuation, catching the basics so you can focus on the bigger picture. But their true power lies in their stylistic suggestions. They can flag passive voice, identify repetitive sentence structures, and suggest more powerful vocabulary to make your writing more dynamic. Some advanced tools can even analyze your writing's tone, clarity, and engagement level, providing a detailed report card on your prose. This shows you exactly how your words might land with an audience. Whether you're a student polishing an essay, a marketer crafting the perfect email, or a blogger trying to connect with readers, this is like having an on-demand editor available 24/7, ready to provide instant data-driven feedback. The revolution is just as dramatic in the realm of video editing. Traditionally a painstaking process of manual cuts, tedious color grading, and endless audio syncing, video editing is being transformed by AI. Tools like Adobe Sensei, integrated into Premiere Pro, can perform tasks that once took hours in mere seconds. Its scene edit detection feature can automatically analyze a finished video file and create cuts at every scene change, saving you from scrubbing through hours of footage. Features like auto reframe can intelligently resize your video for different social media platforms, keeping the main subject perfectly in frame. Other AI features can automatically match colors between different shots for a consistent look, or duck the volume of background music whenever someone speaks. A new generation of tools like Descript has taken this even further, completely reimagining the editing workflow. It transcribes the video's audio, turning your footage into a text document. And here's the magic: you edit the video by simply editing the text. Want to remove a section? just highlight and delete the words. The corresponding video and audio are instantly cut. You can even fix verbal mistakes by typing a correction, using an AI voice that clones your own. This text-based approach makes video editing as intuitive as using a word processor, opening up creation to a whole new audience. The magic behind these AI editing tools isn't really magic at all. It's rooted in a concept called machine learning. To be more precise, it's a specialized subset known as deep learning, which uses structures inspired by our own brains. Think of it like this. You don't teach a child grammar by giving them a rule book. They learn organically, through immersion. They listen to thousands of hours of conversation, and through this constant exposure, their brains naturally begin to recognize the underlying patterns, the distinct rhythms, and the intricate structures of language. AI models learn in a similar way, through pattern recognition, but on a vastly larger, almost incomprehensible scale. Engineers feed these models massive data sets known as corpuses. For a writing AI, that corpus might include the entire contents of Wikipedia for facts, a library of classic literature to understand narrative, and billions of web pages to grasp modern communication. The AI isn't programmed with rules. It learns them by inference. These AI systems use something called a neural network. It's a complex mathematical system loosely inspired by the human brain. This network is made up of layers of interconnected nodes. As the AI processes data, it constantly adjusts the connections between those nodes, effectively learning from experience. It looks for statistical patterns. For example, it might learn that the word "the" is very likely to be followed by a noun or an adjective. It learns that a sentence starting with "y" is likely to end with a question mark. These are not hard-coded rules but probabilistic connections that get more accurate with every sentence it analyzes. The advantage is incredible adaptability and power. Because it learned from such a diverse range of human writing, it can understand context, adopt different tones, and help us communicate more effectively. The future of editing is here, powered by AI. Powerful tools are transforming how we create. For writing, Grammarly offers instant feedback while Jasper and Copy.ai generate polished text and marketing copy in seconds. For video and audio, Descript makes editing as simple as changing a document. These aren't just assistants, they are creative partners, making professional-level editing accessible to everyone. The power to create high-quality content is now right at your fingertips. Imagine a writer in the year 2035. She speaks a sentence aloud. Give me a stronger opening for this chapter, something with more suspense, in the style of a classic noir film. On the screen, her AI editing partner instantly generates 3 different options. The AI has analyzed her prose and cross-referenced it with a database of film scripts, novels, critical analyses of the noir genre. The editor of the future won't be a passive tool. It will be an active conversational collaborator, able to brainstorm research, generate ideas in real time. The interaction is seamless, driven by voice commands and natural language. The future of video editing will be transformative. An editor uploads 100 hours of documentary footage. They tell the AI, find moments where the subject expresses doubt, and assemble a preliminary sequence. The AI analyzes facial expressions, tone of voice language, and delivers a rough cut instantly. The human editor then refines the sequence, adjusts timing, crafts the emotional arc. The AI handles logging, sorting, freeing the human to focus on storytelling. It's a partnership, machine legwork, human soul. In design, the editor becomes a co-pilot. A designer describes brand values: energetic, trustworthy, eco-friendly. The narrative of AI replacing humans is a simple and compelling one, but it's likely wrong. The more probable future isn't replacement, it's collaboration. The role of the human editor won't disappear, it will evolve. As AI takes over the mechanical, data-driven tasks, grammar checking, scene logging, basic layout, human editors are freed to focus on what they do best. They'll move from technicians to creative directors. Their value is in taste, strategic vision, ethical judgment, and deep understanding of human emotion and culture. Think of a pilot and a modern aircraft's autopilot. Autopilot handles routine flying with precision, maintain altitude, navigate, even land. But the human pilot stays in command, manage overall strategy, communicate with air traffic control, intervene when something unexpected happens. The pilot's experience and judgment are irreplaceable in a crisis. Every major technological shift in history has been met with a mixture of excitement and fear. The invention of the printing press, the arrival of photography, the synthesizer. In each case, the old tools did not simply vanish. Instead, they adapted. Scribes became printers, scribes became publishers. Painters explored new forms of abstraction that photography couldn't capture. Musicians used synthesizers to create new genres. The story of technology is adaptation and expansion of creative possibilities. The rise of AI editors is not the end, it is the beginning of a new chapter. These tools are not our replacements, they are our new instruments. Learning to use them effectively will be the defining skill of the next generation. To resist this change is to risk being left behind. To embrace it is to open up a world of new potential. We must see AIs not as a threat, but as an augmentation of our intelligence. They are powerful collaborators. The journey of creativity and technology is just beginning, and you're a part of it. The future belongs to those who are ready to learn, adapt, and collaborate with these powerful new tools. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more tips on thriving with today's AI tools. Stay tuned for more ways to boost your creativity and productivity with AI. Remember, the next great innovation could come from you, so go ahead, experiment, create, and shape the future. Like, subscribe, share for more AI creativity.